Isn't there two versions of Jesus? Jesus as Christian, and there's another Jesus as a Muslim.
Oh, that's the first time I've ever heard this one.
Don't want it out the first time I heard it.
Well, do you know what? The word Christian is an adjective, it's a describing word. I can describe someone and say, oh, he's Christian. So what does it mean? Christian as an adjective, it means Christ-like. So let's just put it to the test. So what was Jesus like? In the Gospel of Luke 2:21, on the 8th day, Jesus was circumcised. So we know in 1 Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7 to 8, Jesus never ate pork. Also, we know that his mother wore a hijab, a headscarf. Matthew 26, verse 39, Jesus fell on his face and prayed in prostration. Muslims, we fall on our faces and pray. Muslims are circumcised, Christians aren't. Muslims don't eat pork, Jesus never ate pork. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 18, it says, wine is a mocker. It really looks down upon alcohol. Muslims don't drink alcohol. So if Christian as an adjective means Christ-like, someone who's most like Christ, I would argue Muslims are most like Christ. Everything that he did, the way he lived his life, you can see it within the lives of the Muslim community. In terms of the way we pray, in terms of the fact that we don't eat pork, Jesus never ate pork, in terms of the fact that his mum wears hijab, Muslim women wear hijab, alcohol is looked down upon, Muslims don't drink. Exodus chapter 22, verse 25, it says, don't charge interest. Muslims say it's forbidden to charge interest to anybody. So even the word Christian itself, if it means Christ-like, most like Christ, we say even that word, we Muslims fall more closer to Jesus in that sense. It's quite clear when you really think about it. Imagine if I brought to you a man from Arabia and he fell on his face and prayed. He never ate pork. He was circumcised. He had a beard and his mum wore a hijab. What religion would he be? A Muslim. But I've just described Jesus to you. He never ate pork. He had a beard. He fell on his face and prayed. His mum wore a hijab. All we are saying is Christianity was formulated by church bishops in the 4th century, over 300 years after Jesus had ascended to heaven. It was written in ancient Greece. Jesus wasn't from Greece and he never spoke Greek. And the Greeks used to believe that Zeus was God, the chief god, and that he came down to earth, he impregnated a human woman, and she gave birth to Perseus, who was a god man. That story sounds very familiar. It sounds like the story of Jesus. What the bishops did is they reinterpreted and adopted the story of Jesus, modified it to suit their culture. But that's not what Jesus' message was. When you peel it all back and you're left with what Jesus was truly, he was a man who served, who submitted himself to God. The word Muslim means the one who submits himself to God, and that's what Jesus did.